Good evening. We will now call the regular meeting to order. It is now 7 o'clock. Requirements of the Sunshine Law have been met. This meeting was sent to be advertised in the Burlington County Times. An electronic notice was given to the NJC 5:39-1.5. We will now start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We'll now have a moment of silence. I know we had some fallen soldiers last week, so we'll have a moment of silence for that today. Roll call.
Committeewoman Dr. Caldwell.
Present.
Committeewoman Ms. Maddox Cantine.
Present.
Committeeman Mr. Carr.
Here.
Committeewoman Ms. Mungo.
Here.
Mayor Henley.
Here.
Also present, the Township Solicitor, the Township Clerk, Township Administrator, Deputy Township Administrator, Police Chief, and Fire EMS Chief.
Thank you. Presentation with Burlington County Board of Commissioner Director Dr. Hobson.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Good evening, Dr.
How are you guys
Hobson.
doing?
Good, everyone.
I'm doing well, thank you. I'm here again as promised. I apologize, I missed your last meeting. We had to reschedule, so I am here. I know you guys sent some questions, so Dr. Caldwell, do you want to start with
Sure.
your first question?
Yes, thank you so much. We came up with a few questions to try to, get a status update and everything. So, the first question is the shelter still on schedule to open by summer of 2026?
That is our expectation. It's still ongoing. We believe the recent storms have not significantly impacted our schedule, so we anticipate summer of this year.
Okay, that's great. One thing our residents had asked us is if there can be some presentation. I'm just making up a title, like a day in the life of the Burlington County Emergency Shelter. They want to know if a liaison or a representative from Burlington County can come and just go over the day-to-day operations, things that are going to happen. Is that something that's possible?
I believe it's possible, but I think we would have to wait until we identify who's going to actually run the day-to-day operations of the shelter for us. Right now, we have not identified our vendor. But yes, we will keep that as a very viable option. And as soon as we identify the vendor, we will get that going for everyone.
Okay, that's good. Speaking of the vendor, we were wondering if you started the RFP process. I know you mentioned it has to be contracted out for the management piece of it. So has the RFP process started yet?
It has. The RFP is out right now. I believe it closes the end of this month. The RFP closes the end of this month. So once that is done, our team will get together and go over all of the applications that have been submitted.
Okay, do you recall what the requirements were for the provider? Now that I know it's out, I'll go read it too, but do you recall provider has to have X, Y, or Z to be able to win that project?
I did not read the RFP.
Okay.
Not read the
It is
RFP.
available on our website,
Yeah.
and if you go to the shelter page, there's a link saying our request for proposals, and you can click that.
Okay, we will definitely do that. Then that can be a segue to the next question. I was looking at the Burlington County Shelter the actual website, because we cross-posted it on our website too to keep our residents informed. So my question is, will there be an update to that? Because I think the last time I read it, it said something like construction hadn't started yet, but I know it has, so.
It's been updated.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, that's great. Few more questions. Which metrics will you use to measure, how successful the shelter is or is not? Was that something, or are we thinking too far ahead?
Yeah. I do think we're thinking too far ahead, and I don't know if that will be a specific metric. That's an interesting question, because how would you, I'm putting on my college professor hat, how would you measure success by helping our most vulnerable population? I would think we would measure success by offering services, not by how successful in this scenario, right? Because having the shelter is a service. Having wraparound services is a service. Having additional services not be halted, because remember, we're not taking families. So those services will still be in play. So I would think that we would have to frame that question differently. So we could probably say, after we have been open for 30, 60, 90 days, what have we identified that we might see as areas of improvement?
Okay.
I think we might need to frame that question that way.
Okay.
And I would think one of the first questions, or how we would answer that, is that we're probably going to say that we need more beds, or we need to identify a way to help families. I would think that would be the next question when we think about identifying how we are doing. But I don't know that we would use it the way you framed it. I think we would have to frame it differently based off of what's happening and the nature, if you will, the nature of this social problem, right? Because this is a social, human problem, if you will.
I agree. That question was a little broad.
Yeah.
Do you want to chime in more on it? I was going to just add, maybe the question should have been something like, what was your goal number of people that you wanted to serve? And then, like, did you hit that, like,
Right.
at the measure?
Right, and I think we're going to, the goal is to help as many as we can. We recognize that we have almost 1,000 unhoused, homeless folks in Burlington County, but that also has to then further broken down, because just because you're unhoused does not mean you don't have, or you are not couch surfing. So we have to then look at additional subcategories when we're talking about the homelessness, because you can be sleeping on Aunt Susie's couch and she could be okay with that. And Aunt Susie does not have a problem with you being on her couch for 6 months or more. But if you are on Aunt Susie's couch for 6 months, technically you are homeless, right? So you are still grouped into one of those subcategories. So we would have to kind of further break down the categories that identify homelessness. And we can do that, but those aren't the folks that we are trying to solve for. We are trying to solve for the homeless population that actually wants help, because we recognize that we have some folks who don't want the help, and that is something that we are going to have to be ever so diligent about, because I think where the disconnect comes in at is that we have very prideful people who simply don't want the help. And while we can do everything in our power to offer that help, we cannot make someone take the help that we're offering. But that person or persons will still remain in that category of homelessness. So it's an interesting study. I can't say that the county will do the additional study, but there may be some additional information that our Human Services Department may have. I don't have it readily available. I know we have some residents that has done additional studies and who are looking to partner with us, who is also trying to help solve for the homelessness population in Burlington County. You guys are familiar with Mr. Kent Pipes. He has provided me some information that I need to review. It would be interesting because he may have that information in his documentation. I have not had a chance to review it. So when we have those type of opportunities to obviously partner or do whatever we can with other folks who have means to, offer opportunities to help folks get off the streets, we obviously want to take the opportunity to do so. So that might be an area where we can visit more.
it's important too, when we talk about measuring successes, going at 60 beds, making sure that, you know, we have the facilities available. And I think, like you said, over 30, 60, 90 days, being able to look at it and say, okay, is it 100% occupied? Is it 50% occupied? Are we getting knocks on the door for families versus singles? Those success stories, people who were there for 30 days, got a job, did very well, and they can come back and be a testimony to someone else. So it's going to be interesting for all of us, and I think it's new territory, because this is something different for us. And we want to be able to make sure we're getting the bang for the buck with that shelter in terms of there's a lot of areas of opportunity, but I think some of them are yet to be identified at this particular point.
For sure,
As
for sure.
time goes on, we'll be able to look at, obviously, you know, filling the beds, making...
Filling the beds, and we will, you're absolutely right. And we do have to recognize, I recognize that we still don't know what we don't know.
Right.
That is very evident, that we don't know what we don't know. But what we do know is that we are in need of this. It is a need in our county, and bringing it here will serve a great purpose. And I recognize that there is still some uneasiness about it, but this is a great need for the county, and the service that it will provide will prevail. All of the negativity, all of the uneasiness that has come along with it, right? Because I've been right there, beside it, along it, in front of it, around it, behind it. So I've been the face of it, the name of it, you know, I've been called out of my name, so forth and so on. So, you know, it comes with the territory of just having to do the right thing. It's just, I think it is the responsibility of us just making sure that we are of service to all residents.
You have more questions? Or
I think those are questions, for the residents have some.
residents? Do you have
Any questions from anyone? It's going to be on Woodland Road behind our Human Services building.
And I think if you go there now, it's pretty much erected. Most of the building is up already. It's inconspicuous because it's behind the Human Services building, so you'd never even know it's there unless you go back there.
Sir, can I ask you to come up to the microphone? That's all. The only reason, because I have some, like this type of situation in my neighborhood, and I'm not going to complain about it too much. There's nothing you can do about it. They put I don't even know if you call it I don't think it's a drug home. It's a rehab home or whatever. I've come here before. They put it right in our neighborhood. And I got people smoking cigarettes in my bushes on top of dry leaves. They're supposed to be watching the people, but they're not watching. You got hired people, they're 100 yards away, they didn't even know this girl was missing. That's my concern with these places. It's not that people don't need help. It's who you hire to make sure they're doing the right thing. That's what bothers me.
Yeah, and
They hire people, and they kind of take the job like, oh, well.
There are different requirements for the homeless shelter versus a rehabilitation home, though. So I would recommend that you identify who owns that rehabilitation home.
I gave up with it.
You gave up? Okay.
I took her 3 times.
Well, is it owned by the state?
It's not, it's okay. It's good for long, like 3 months or so, but every once in a while you get a situation. Like I said, I had a pile of leaves. This is in the dry time now. And this girl who's got some mental problems, which is, I feel bad, but as a taxpayer and a homeowner, I don't think you guys would like this. You all, I'm sure, own your own home. She just wanders away from the people who are supposed to watch her.
Yeah.
With a lighter, smoking a cigarette, inside bushes now, where she had to crawl in and sit on top of the pile, and just like an Indian pose, sitting there. And
I hear what
I'm
you're
sitting around
saying.
the window going,
I don't think you should give up, though. I think you should identify who the owner is.
but I know who the owner is. No, nothing's going to happen. I already came here twice. But
Is it the
my
county?
wife, I
You
said,
guys don't own it.
Did you see this? have you seen what's going on with that? I went out there, and I chased her out, and she knew enough to know she was wrong. But then the people watching her, they didn't even know she was missing. And then they come running, oh my God, oh, she doesn't know what she's doing. I'm like, oh, okay, that makes me feel good. She doesn't know what she's doing, but yet you're supposed to be watching her, but yet you're just sitting there back there. That's what concerns me about all this stuff. It's not that everybody, I would love everybody to have a place to live.
Sure.
But when you have people who have problems, you got to make sure the people who are hired to do their job. You can't have these people just doing what they want to do. I mean, they made bad decisions in their life, and then it starts affecting people who go out and go to school and get a good job, make good money. And you guys hire people, but they don't care. They're sitting there, go sit, and then they just go off in the back rooms, and I've seen it, that's all. I just want to know where this was at.
Yeah, it's behind the Human Services Building. There will be security.
Yeah, that's all.
There will be 24-hour security. It is slightly different than a transition home, though. So homeless shelter versus a transition home, which sounds like you're talking
It's in
about.
an area, though, where it's not like other family homes around. It's just,
Oh, yes, completely.
that's what I'm saying. That's where all these places should be, but I don't know why they would stick, there's two of them in our neighborhood. Why, in heavens, why they would stick a rehab? It's okay to collect all this government money and say, yeah, we're doing well. They don't watch them. And yet you got kids that are riding bikes and walking around. You got these people roaming around. I don't know who would approve that home. Why would you approve that? I mean, you guys on the panel, if you had little kids, would you accept that? A house?
I have to add to that because
All right. I mean, I'm fine.
it's
So
but
if
you're
I
not
could just-
adding the
Can you both of you state your name just so we can see it in the minutes?
Grace Inamorado.
Okay.
K-R-T.
I have to add to that because we're in a historic village, and we were put through the ringer for how we were building our house and the house that we were going to dwell in. And now there is a rehab place. Were they put through the ringer? Who allowed that to be in a historic?
You guys have a historic
Village.
commission, right? The historic commission has to approve that, right?
I don't agree.
So-
Like legacy or
So if I could ask, if you could give Mr. Brady the address of the property, and then somebody from the township can follow up with the provider.
I mean, I didn't do it for that reason, but I mean, it gets frustrating because I've come here 3 times about it. I mean, we had Ubers coming at 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning. It was like an airport. We had 30 people in that house, at least 30 people. And they were all over the place, walking through the neighborhood. And you know, I came here and complained that time. And then now they must have shifted them all out of there. Now it's not that bad, it's quiet now. But I hate to say anything because every time, it frustrates me because it's not that I don't care that they get rid. They shouldn't stick them in places where people live. There's plenty of spots where, like, even between that Wawa and that or that, I don't know if it's a Wawa, it's a Luke Oil in that auto place. Hey, stick it there along the highway. There's no kids around, no houses there. But they stick it right in the middle. I got a little girl, 2 little girls they're not my kids. I don't know how these people don't even know. I think if they knew, they'd be here. They're walking past this place. You got 2 little kids down this way. Well, I'm talking 5, 3 years old riding a bike. And yet you got a psychotic girl who has mental problems just roaming around lighting cigarettes and lighting lighters. But yet, you come here and it gets to deaf ears. And I don't know who approved that place. I don't know. Must have been some money funneled
So
through
you
the
know,
channels. I don't know.
don't know who the owner is?
I know who the owner is.
So
But-
it's an organization?
yeah, they get the government,
You know
they
the name of the
have, they have one person, the government
Who's the
pays them
organization?
like $4,000 a month to take that kid.
Who's the
Who's the
organization?
organization?
What's the name of the organization?
Yeah, Unicorn
Unicorn
LLC.
LLC.
Unicorn LLC, that's who owns that property.
Okay.
Now, I guarantee it's this typical stuff. They put a kid in there, and the government funds them money. But yet they don't hire enough people, and the people who they're hiring, I don't think they care. They're not watching. That girl was not, they didn't even know she was missing. And thank God I came down and saw it. She could have been sitting there I was
Well,
up
they
there
still have
watching
a
football.
they still have a responsibility, so.
What's that?
The Unicorn LLC still has a responsibility.
I know. I mean, there's the name you can check into it. And,
Yeah.
But this is not the only one. There's another one down at the other end of the neighborhood. But
I don't know, people don't
If you
seem
know
to
the
care.
name, I recommend you tell your elected officials.
I'm telling them, like,
Well, what's the name of the other place?
Unicorn LLC? Oh, the other place, I'm not sure. I just heard there's another place on the other end from like, I think it was Nancy or, Nancy knows everything about West Hampton. She told me. But it's on the other end of town, and this is how everybody reacts. It's on the other end of town. I don't really care. But I got one right here across the street. And I mean, we've had 3 or 4 instances. I just get tired of crying about it because I just watch my own property. That's all.
Have you?
No, but to be fair, I've been there. I know the house you're talking about.
Yeah.
And I've been there and I've walked, take a look. Yeah. I know.
I mean, like I said,
But it's like you said, it's hit or miss. Like, so,
Yeah.
when I was there was really nothing. And then there was something, and then somebody was explaining to me, and then we talked about it, looked at it. So it's like, something that we probably have to stay on top of, or maybe now when we reach out to Unicorn LLC. But, so what I don't want you to do is, I don't want you to feel like you can't come and talk about it.
I know.
Even if you don't want to come on a Tuesday night and talk about it, we're always available to hear it
No,
out.
you guys would be good. It's just that I hate, sometimes I understand you got a lot to do. I don't want to be a person that is,
Nah, I mean, listen.
complaining and it goes to deaf ears. That's
It's not that, you're a resident, so you should, if
I
it's
didn't
something
want
that
to call the
bothers
cops. The only reason I had the police come out is because I wanted to document it.
Of course.
Because I came here and then I got this girl there. She could have burned down, I mean, it was dry at this period of time. She could have burned down our house and you got a few row homes across the street that are old. I mean, they'd go up in a minute. It's just, and then I have concern for their kids, I don't know if they have concerns because they don't even watch their kids in the street, so I don't know. But I'm watching the kids. Like, I actually put a boulder on the side of the property so that people don't whip around that corner like a Grand Prix raceway. It does slow them down a little. They come down, they have to turn, only because of that little girl across the street with a bike. Nobody watches her, and she just runs down the road, so.
Yeah,
Have you emailed Unicorn ELC CEO?
Yeah. We went there, he has an office over in Hainsport.
No.
And I
Email
told
the
him
CEO and then copy the local news.
Yeah, well, I mean, if he gets that, like I said.
That's when you'll get a response, so.
But that was my questioning with your place, like shelters and stuff.
Yeah,
I mean,
That's how
I've had a
you
lot of
resolve.
family members that had drug issues and were sheltered. I'm gonna tell you, it becomes a neighborhood mess when it's stuck inside neighborhoods. That's my biggest concern.
yeah.
You
It's
stick
not-
like out in an area, they don't have very
Yeah,
far.
it's not in the middle of, right. It's-
We're in a neighborhood, they're walking to Wawa, they're looking to steal stuff, you bet, not all of them, I mean, I'm sure there's families in need, I'm not saying, but that's why there's a stigma, because a lot of that does happen. That's all I'm saying.
I understand.
fair enough, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
And look, if you can, make sure that Jim gets your phone number so we can follow up. This is what we uncover. Thank you. Does anyone have any other
Any
questions?
other questions about the shelter? To think about what I said.
Thank you, ladies.
All right?
Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you for coming.
We're now going to open the meeting for public comment on agenda items only. Please remember to state your name and address for the record. With no questions on agenda items, we will now close for public comment. All in favor?
Aye.
Ordinances, first reading. 1-2026 ordinance amending Chapter 99 of the Code of West Hampton, Building Construction, Article 1 entitled Department of Code Enforcement and Inspection, Section 99-4, Construction Permit Fees, Refunds, Prototype Processing. Do we have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call.
Dr. Caldwell.
Yes.
Ms. Mattis Cantine.
Yes.
Mr. Carr.
Yes.
Ms. Mungo.
Yes.
Mayor Henry.
Yes.
5 yes, motion passes.
Ordinances, second reading. 2-2026, ordinances amending Township Ordinance Number 9-2025, ordinance to fix the salaries, wages, and compensation of certain officials and employees of the Township of West Hampton for the year of 2025. Do we have a motion?
Motion.
Second?
Any discussion? It's also open for public comment, if anyone has any. With none, roll call.
Dr. Caldwell.
Yes.
Ms. Mattis Cantine.
Yes.
Mr. Carr.
Yes.
Ms. Mungo.
Yes.
Mayor Henry.
Yes.
5 yes, motion passes.
3-2026 ordinance amending Chapter 250-15 of the West Hampton Township Zoning Code to permit self-storage facilities in the B1 zoning district and to rezone certain properties from the B1 business zoning district to the R6 residential district. Do we have a motion?
Mr. Mayor, I motion to table.
Do we have a second to table? Second. Any discussion? Roll call.
Dr. Caldwell. Ms. Mattis Cantine.
Yes.
Mr. Carr.
Yes.
Ms. Mungo. Mayor Henry. 5 yes, motion passes.
Second to table it, Caldwell.
Any discussion?
Yes, Mr. Mayor, this is, I've requested, I motion to table because this is going to the land board tomorrow. As such, it cannot be acted on this evening.
Okay. Do we still open for the public?
No, you don't have to open for the public hearing.
But you guys can comment when we just open for the public without something being on the agenda. If you have a question or you want to have something you want to say. Fair enough? Roll call the table.
Dr. Caldwell.
Yes.
Ms. Maddox Canteen.
Yes.
Mr. Carr.
Yes.
Ms. Mungo.
Yes.
Mayor Henry.
Yes.
5 yes, motion passes.
4-2026, ordinance of the Township of West Hampton, County of Burlington, State of New Jersey, amending the West Hampton Township zoning map to rezone properties identified as Block 803.08, lots 37.37.01 and 40 from the commercial district to the R3 residential district, consistent with the fourth round housing element and fair share plan. Do we have a motion?
I make a motion for 4-2026.
Second.
Open for public comment? With none, roll call.
Dr. Caldwell.
Yes.
Ms. Maddox Canteen.
Yes.
Mr. Carr.
Yes.
Ms. Mungo.
Yes.
Mayor Henry.
Yes.
5 yes, motion passes.
5-26, ordinance of the Township of West Hampton, County of Burlington, State of New Jersey, amending West Hampton Township Code of 250 to create inclusionary affordable housing zoning for certain properties as Block 804, Lot 7, consistent with the fourth round housing element and fair share plan. Do we have a motion?
I make a motion for 5-26.
Second.
Is open for comment for the public? With none, roll call.
Dr. Caldwell.
Yes.
Ms. Maddox Canteen.
Yes.
Mr. Carr.
Yes.
Ms. Mungo.
Yes.
Mayor Henry.
Yes.
5 yes, motion passes.
6-2026, ordinance of the Township of West Hampton, amending and supplementing West Hampton Township Code, Chapter 6, entitled Zoning Modification and Additional Requirements to comply with amendments to state regulations for the administration of affordable housing. Do you have a motion?
Motion for 6-2026.
Second.
Open for public comment? With none, roll call.
Dr. Caldwell.
Yes.
Ms. Maddox Canteen.
Yes.
Mr. Carr.
Yes.
Ms. Mungo.
Yes.
Mayor Henry.
Yes.
5 yes, motion passes.
Resolution 47-26, resolution authorizing contract with risk management consultant. Do you have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Roll call.
Dr. Caldwell.
Yes.
Ms. Maddox Canteen.
Yes.
Mr. Carr.
Yes.
Ms. Mungo.
Yes.
Mayor Henry.
Yes.
5 yes, motion passes.
Resolution 48-26, resolution authorizing RCASA Municipal Alliance. Do you have a motion?
I'll make a motion, Caldwell.
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call.
Dr. Caldwell.
Yes.
Ms. Maddox Canteen.
Yes.
Mr. Carr.
Yes.
Ms. Mungo.
Yes.
Mayor Henry.
Yes.
5 yes, motion passes.
Resolution 49-26, payment of vouchers. This resolution approves the payment of bills through 3/3/2026. Do you have a motion?
Motion.
I second paying the bills.
Any discussion? Roll call.
Dr. Caldwell.
Yes.
Ms. Maddox Canteen.
Abstain.
Mr. Carr.
Yes.
Ms. Mungo.
Yes.
Mayor Henry.
Yes.
4 yes, 1 abstention, motion passes.
50-26, resolution endorsing housing element fair share plan. Motion.
Motion.
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call.
Dr. Caldwell.
Yes.
Ms. Maddox Canteen.
Yes.
Mr. Carr.
Yes.
Ms. Mungo.
Yes.
Mayor Henry.
Yes.
5 yes, motion passes.
Resolution 51-26, resolution adopting spending plan. Do we have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call.
Dr. Caldwell.
Yes.
Ms. Maddox Canteen.
Yes.
Mr. Carr.
Yes.
Ms. Mungo.
Yes.
Mayor Henry.
Yes.
5 yes, motion passes.
Resolution 52-26, resolution adopting purchasing policy. Motion.
I'll make a motion, Caldwell.
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call.
Dr. Caldwell.
Yes.
Ms. Maddox Canteen.
Yes.
Mr. Carr.
Yes.
Ms. Mungo.
Yes.
Mayor Henry.
Yes.
5 yes, motion passes.
53-26, resolution appointing affordable housing administrative agent. We have a motion?
Motion.
Second?
Any discussion? Roll call.
Dr. Caldwell.
Yes.
Ms. Maddox Cantine.
Yes.
Mr. Park.
Yes.
Ms. Mungo.
Yes.
Mayor Hickman.
Yes.
5 yes, motion passes.
Now opening the meeting for public comment. Please remember to state your name and the address for the record. If you had something you wanted to say, ma'am, this is when you would want to come up. You got the short straw?
Hi, I'm Rosemary Kraft at 112 Bridge Street in the Village. For clarification, backing up HPC, Historic Preservation Commission, that the house in question that they were talking about, the application came in to renovate the house. It was a flipper. So what happened after that, we have no control over. We do the exterior of the houses. So we had no idea what was going to happen. I think there's a lot of us that, you're right there, but I think there's a lot of us that are not real pleased. As far as the property, changing the zoning where the Exxon station was at Springside Road and Rancocas Road, across the street, catty corner from Luke Oil, across from TD. Are you changing the B1? I don't know if you can answer the question or not. Are you changing it? I thought it was B1, but are you changing the parameters of B1 and what it can encompass? Like it couldn't do a storage facility before and it can now?
No, the ordinance was to change the zoning of that property that butts up to the historic district to R6 and to add a use to B1 as well.
Okay, because I think HPC in December asked you for historic coverage for those two properties, that and the one behind it. So I just wanted to remind you that that was a request that was put out there in December by Chairman Thor.
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, ma'am.
Hello, my name is Harry Bell. I'm a resident of the Village of Rancocas, 203 2nd Street. And my concern is about stuff that I've been paying attention to, particularly lately, due to the efforts of the current ICE administration to create more and more detention centers and housing facilities for people that they plan on holding until they can decide what to do with them, et cetera, et cetera. The estimates that they've coming out with from across the country is it won't be long before we're rapidly approaching over 200,000 people that are in these detention centers and continuing plans to separate families, which is quite a political issue. And that's really not my concern. My concern is that having watched this and paid attention to it a little bit more closely, I'm observing that there's only people and the only states that have been successful in having this be stopped or managed in a more effective way are the places where they have control through their land development boards, and it varies obviously by state, whether it's a governor, a land development board representative, or whatever process they have who controls that decision. And the obstacle that has made them be able to stop the federal government was when it was listed as a business or commercial zone and not residential. And what these states were able to then do to prevent it from happening was simply to rezone it as residential. So my concern is that the land development board or whoever makes that decision has enough specifications written into this and has taken into account what has happened in those states. The most recent, most egregious one was Lebanon, Tennessee, where the facility that they were going to build was twice the size of the town, had 20,000 people going to go into it, and there's only 3,000 or 4,000 people in the town, and was going to completely destroy their facilities for all the water, sewer, the standard facilities that their town had. And basically, that was one of the places where the governor just went in and said, that's it, we refuse to do it. And that's currently going to be a lawsuit between them and the federal government, to the best of my knowledge at this point. So my concern is, I'm hoping that with this change to this residential placement, we don't have a facility whose big business is this storage facility, which is very much like a warehouse, and there's warehouse people nearby, that this property isn't changed hands and suddenly we have a warehouse put in that has all the modifications by using chain link fences and tubing and stuff like that and creating a jail there, a detention center facility. That's the last thing we need on that particular lot. So that was my only concern, is if that could please be, and I will write a letter to the land board, and I'll be at that the Zoom meeting tomorrow to ask that same question. But that's a very large concern I have, is that we protect ourselves. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Grace Amorano, 102 Wells in the Village. So can you confirm, are there 3 warehouses that we're looking at, that we're talking about here around the village? I am very much aware of the storage warehouse, but it was also brought to our attention that there are additional ones. So there's one on, I think it's Spring Valley Road, and there's another one which is supposed to be between the Luke Oil and the car place.
The Luke Oil?
So are there,
And the car place?
where it's actually like a car garage, they fix cars.
Across the street?
Oh, across the street.
Mm-hmm.
So that was denied by the land board.
That was what?
That car storage parking facility, that was denied by the land board.
Okay.
The other one you said, the storage warehouse, that was an informal application. I don't know if they went to the historic committee or not, but that was an informal application where they got feedback from the land board. And then you have the Springside one, that is an active application.
My biggest concern with any of these warehouses is that they're not data warehouses. Because if it is data warehouses with AI, I am hearing about these going up and causing frequency noises that are bothersome to the residents, where residents are actually leaving and finding another place to live. So that is my biggest concern with any warehouse that is surrounding our historic village. So I just want to make you aware of that.
No, I appreciate that.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Any other questions or comments? I should say, I'm sorry.
I just hear all kinds of stuff. That Springfield, the Dolan property, they're always trying to build a city there, or whatever they want to do. These people don't apparently have enough money. But that property there, is that part of the historic district?
It abuts to the historic district.
What's that mean? They could put a industrial, it's like...
I believe that was, the president of the historic district, Mr. Thorpe, sent that to the attorney for some data or for interpretation on that, where the historic commission may have some say. I can't recall exactly what it said.
Yeah.
But to answer your question bluntly, no, it's not part, but it abuts to it.
And then that property on the corner where they were going to put the storage shed. So they changed that, so that old house behind it is now part of a residential area?
It is not changed.
That's not being changed on here.
That was what we tabled for next meeting or a meeting after that, because it has to be heard by the land board first.
Yeah. I mean, I could see the corner being redeveloped a little bit, but I don't understand tearing down a house when it's probably one of the oldest houses in there in a historic district. That's just my opinion. I don't know why they don't sell the house separately, why that can't be, like that corner's ugly. I could see I could care less what you put on that corner, because what's there now is equipment, a place, but I can't see, tearing down that house. I was just curious if that was part of that, what you were just talking about that B1 rezoning.
It would be part of it, yes, sir.
Okay. All right. I'm just trying to keep some of the niceness of West Hampton.
No, I get it.
Like that farm there should be, I wish they had enough money, it should be saved because that's really West Hampton. All this other stuff around, like, down on 541, that was just a road going around. Like, West Hampton, that's like the historic, like, that's West Hampton. So I don't know why somebody doesn't try to propose to the Dolmans, maybe somehow making that into like this is just my good thinking. I mean, if I had all their money, this is what I would do. But I would make it into a park or some sort of stuff.
I mean, I believe that we had that conversation and it didn't go through.
Of course, I knew they would. I'm just, there's no doubt about that. You got 19 warehouses.
We had that conversation back and forth for probably about a year.
Yeah, and that's a shame though, because I wish there was some way they could develop, just keep that as a part of West Hampton and maybe develop that into some historical area. Like, that's all.
That was our attempt.
I hope. I mean, I was just curious about how that all worked.
No, I mean, listen, I'm just being transparent. That was our attempt.
I know, it's a shame.
To something that couldn't be worked out.
Yeah, all right. I just wanted to know what that was considered, that's all.
No, fair enough. They gave me an opportunity to say that we tried to do that.
Yeah. Thanks.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
But to let them ready to go home. So in the middle of that big on triangle, I don't know how much property, the house and the outbuildings are provided still. But going about this, which tomorrow, please be on that Zoom meeting, please, please, please. And he's on the other side where it goes to the point.
I wasn't concerned about that old house, I just don't understand why they would tear all that down and put up a 3-story U-Haul, like those guys said, oh, we need this in the area. Really? I put stuff in storage, and the storage sits everywhere. I mean, yeah, okay, I mean, I guess, I don't know, there's some salesman. They went around and said, yeah, we need one, I guess we need a storage facility every mile. Nobody else knows what we're doing.
I've not seen people ready for a storage unit before I was born.
Yeah, I just want to get information because I hear all this stuff.
Certainly.
People saying that, so I'm just curious what's going on.
Listen, 1,000%.
Not that I can stop it. Believe me, if I could, I would, I can't stop it. All right, thanks.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Any other questions? With none, we're going to close public comment. All in favor? Dates to remember, next township meeting is March 17th at 7 p.m. Land Development Board meeting, March 4th, 7 p.m. Historic Commission, March 25th at 7 p.m. Recreation Committee meeting, March 11th at 7 p.m. We will now have committee liaison reports and comments.
I just wanted to thank Dr. Hudson for being here again tonight. And I also wanted to just thank our administration, our public works, especially with the big snowstorm that we got again last week. So thank you for keeping our township safe.
I have a few comments as well. I can also start by thanking our Public Works Department. The snowstorm was a big deal. However, you made it look so easy. We were able to get right back out on the road safely. Thank you for cleaning everything up and for all that you do. I hear like horror stories from other towns about, it's been all this time and the roads are still not clear. We didn't have that issue in West Hampton, so I just want to thank you for everything that you do. Also want to thank the residents for coming out, spending your time with us, bringing your concerns, your questions, and informing us. And also while you're here, I just wanted to encourage you, there will be future meetings. We're trying to stay on top of this and stay in the know in terms of the emergency shelter. So June 9th, September 15th, and December 1st, Dr. Hobson had committed to coming back every quarter and giving us updates, so please come back again. Also, I offered if you wanted to email me any of your questions. When we started the meeting, we had questions for her. We submitted them to her. If you have some, you can get them to me, and I'm happy to field those questions and open them, answer them publicly with Dr. Hobson. So that was that. Also want to thank Dr. Hobson. Thank you for coming out. Thank you for keeping your commitment. We really appreciate it. We're just trying to stay informed about anything that has to do with the county that's in relationship to West Hampton Township. So with that being said, I did go to the last Burlington County Commissioners meeting on February 25th. And also, Dr. Hobson was recognized by the Underground Railroad. She's now officially a part of the Wall of Honors, and I thought that was a big deal, so congratulations to her. In the same vein, our Deputy Commissioner, Allison Eckel, was also recognized by South Jersey Biz as Women to Watch. So congratulations to both of them. We're really proud of you. As far as school boards, a reminder at our next meeting on March 17th, please come back and listen to the children celebrate Women's History Month. This time it's going to be an art contest, and it's going to be West Hampton Intermediate School. So please come back on March 17th at 7 o'clock. And that concludes my comments. Thank you.
Good evening, and thank you all for coming out this evening. A very special thanks to Commissioner Director Dr. Hobson, our Township Police, Fire, EMT, Public Works, Township Solicitor, Township Clerk, Administration, and Deputy Administration. Thank you so much for all you do for West Hampton. And yes, in terms of a special shout out to Public Works, even on social media, I saw a lot of praises for Public Works in terms of being able to get out there and get the roads cleared and safe for everyone to travel. Thank you for that. It was a very busy month, and we attended a lot of events. As Dr. Caldwell said, we attended the Black History Month Wall of Honors Award on February 20th at Rowan College in Burlington County, where several of the township's finest and community's finest were awarded, including Dr. Hobson. In addition to that, there were other events. On the 21st, South Jersey Black History Roundtable took place at the Burlington County Library from 11:30 to 3:30. I attended that, and there was a lot of discussion on Black history in South Jersey, genealogy. Guy Weston put that event on. It was great. I also attended the February 25th Burlington County Commissioners meeting, where they honored retirees, and there was a lot of business that took place. The shelter also was part of the discussion. As far as the rec committee is concerned, we did have the season-ending pizza party last Saturday. Took place all day. I've never seen that much pizza in my entire life. It was great. Seeing the kids come in, getting their trophies, getting their gifts, having the pizza, that's what it's all about in terms of giving back to the community. So that was wonderful. Shout out to Todd and Rob for making sure that that continues to happen. We want to also acknowledge the fact that we have our Easter egg hunt, West Hampton Recreation's Easter egg hunt. It's going to be Saturday, March 28th at Holly Hills Elementary School. It's going to go from 9:30 to 11, ages 1 through grade 3. So we're looking forward to that. Also want to talk about the West Hampton Rec Youth NFL Flag Football League. Those kids are super excited about that. They have real NFL jerseys, and that's coming up very soon. The registration and assessments start on April 4th, so we're looking forward to that. And we continue to do a number of things, the softball, the volleyball at WMS, and the starting to think about summer camps already. So we're doing a lot in terms of rec. So that's it for me. Thank you.
I echo many of my colleagues' statements. I'd like to thank our administration, Public Works, Police, Fire. It was all hands on deck for the snowfall. Thanks to the residents who helped clear their sidewalks. It kept everyone safe. Mayor Henley and I got to spend a few moments with them during the cleanup activities, and they definitely do a lot. They also fed me, so I came out there for a little bit. You got to see what they were doing, and they're definitely putting it all out there for us. So I thank you. Thank you for all the residents for coming this evening. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow at the land board meeting. Thank you.
I'll be quick, but Deputy Mayor Carr is correct. We spent some time with the fire department during the snowstorm and got to see some things that they were doing, and they have like a big breakfast over there, and obviously, the appropriateness is to wait till everyone else eats, but they do a good job over there as far as working together as teamwork. Also want to thank Ray in the back room. He's been stepping in as, the leader of Public Works, and they haven't missed a beat. So he's at every meeting, without the title, and he's, making sure our town gets everything done the right way. And, just a real life experience, a resident reached out to me, and they had, some snow that started melting, a little bit of a flooding issue, and, the deputy administrator reached out to Ray, had someone come around, and also reached out to Ferg, and a police officer came around to be helpful to help move that snow because it was covering up a drainage, right? So one, kudos to the resident for recognizing that they needed help. Kudos to our department heads for sending out help and getting it done, which always reflects really well when you have, taxpayers want to see their tax dollars at work, so I can get that and I understand that. So thanks, I appreciate it. Dr. Hobson for following her word and her passion and being able to explain, what's going on step by step. I appreciate that as well. So please continue to come and ask questions or contact us. If you can't come to a meeting unless everyone has something to do, everyone has a busy life, and I get that, right? But that doesn't mean that we want it to fall on deaf ears. So you can go on the website. Our phone numbers are up there if you want to contact us. We have a fantastic administration here if you want to contact them. We want to make sure we create enough avenues that if you all have questions or concerns, I just want to bring awareness, or if you even feel like something's not getting the attention that you feel like it deserves, those are the steps that I would encourage you to do, because that's what everyone's here for, right? That's what it's all about. Now, if it's something that can't be done, then it's okay to ask, well, why can't it be done? And then we can give you an explanation as to why that can't be done so we can get an understanding of what's going on and what those steps look like. So I don't want anyone to feel like that it's bothersome or that you got to continue to repeat something or, but that's how things get fixed, right? To continue to repeat it or what they say, the squeaky wheel gets the attention. So I would recommend to get some answers. I mean, we're here to try to answer and do the best that we can. And if it's not us, I know that the people to the left of me and the people sitting in the front row are willing to do that as well. I can promise you that. Last but not least, I wanted to bring to attention and congratulate our deputy administrator Sherrod, who was honored at Cinnamon High School for African American History Month. And I believe that they said it wasn't, now this is a long time ago. In 1993, he was the first African American player to score 1,000 points there, and he calculated his own points at that point. So they honored him, honored what he's done for West Hampton. So I wanted to make sure I brought that to everyone's attention as well.
Congratulations, Deputy.
We should double check those points. And it was, listen, and he's got, and it's like 1,014, so he didn't carry a word. That guy's at like 990. But with that being said, I would ask for a motion to adjourn.
Motion?
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.